Hey there. Happy Wednesday evening. And welcome to the very first Dave's After Dark live show, where we will do our best to have a little fun while we're just hanging out. And we'll talk a little bit more about the name change later. You can join us live normally each Sunday and sometimes on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Like usual, we have an awesome set of games for you tonight, with 3 fresh new categories all rolled up into one fun and educational game show. Watch our robots paint, listen to my clues, and you all make your guesses as we will first be counting down the top 20 songs that started rock and roll. So that should be a little challenging, actually. Then we pay tribute to the top 20 Russell Crowe movies. And then finally, we will be challenged as we learn all about the 20 strangest phobias that people have. We'll see who has these phobias. And if y'all stick around, we do have a bonus round available for the hardcore enthusiasts a little later on. Now, please do check in the chat. Say hello. Feel free to comment. If I see questions coming in, I will do my best to address those as we go. So if anybody's here, check in. If not, we will get going anyway. Okay, let's fire up those robots for the first round. Let's play like usual, huh? Here we go. Okay, you know the rules. Robots paint, you guess, I give some clues along the way. And here we go. These are the top 20 songs that started rock and roll. She blended gospel spirit with the electricity of rhythm and blues. Her guitar solos shocked audiences and inspired future rockers. This was one of the first gospel tracks to chart in the R&B category. Now, does anybody know their start of rock and roll? Some of these are a little tough where it first started, then you'll know quite a few of them too, about 50-50. She played in both churches and nightclubs with equal fire. Known today as the godmother of rock and roll. Anybody know who this is? Robots are doing a good job on the painting. No excuses there. Any guesses? Her trailblazing style shaped the soul of early rock. All right, I'm gonna have to tell you, I'm afraid. So the name of the song was Strange Things Happen Every Day, all the way back in 1944. And this is Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Strange Things Happen Every Day, 1944. Told you we were going back to the start of rock and roll. Number 19. Here we go. His voice was full of swagger, joy, and raw energy. This is all the way back in 1948 to clue you in. This was the song that helped popularize the word rock. So it's kind of important. Elvis later covered this song, but this guy's version was wilder. How about that? He sang about parties, dancing, and nightlife with a wink. His upbeat style turned blues into something brand new. Anybody have any idea? This is the origins of rock and roll. This song was called Good Rockin' Tonight. Good Rockin' Tonight. And this is Mr. Wynoni Harris. Harris. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Wynoni Harris. Harris helped give rock and roll its name because the song was called Good Rockin' Tonight. There you go. Okay, you're going to start getting some. Let's go down to number 18. Here we go. This track told a story of a prison uprising with gripping detail. This is 1954. It featured one of the earliest uses of distorted electric guitar. The lyrics sounded like a crime film set to music. The song brought rebellion and grit into pop music. Their theatrical delivery would influence many rock groups moving forward. All right, these are pretty tough. The origins of rock and roll. This is all the way back in 1954. The song was called Riot in Cell Block Number 9. I'm sure you've heard the song. I wish I could hum a few bars. This is by the Robins. The Robins. Their gritty storytelling paved the way for rock's darker edge. We're going to have to go back and listen to that now, aren't we? Yes. Yes, we are. Number 17, Origins of Rock and Roll. This gal howled the blues with a voice that shook the rafters. This was the original version of a song later made famous by Elvis. This is 1953. Wow. Her raw performance style was decades ahead of its time. She brought attitude and fire to every performance. Her delivery made it clear she wasn't asking, she was telling. Love all that. Again, this is 1953, Origins of Rock and Roll. And the song was actually one that Elvis recorded later called Hound Dog. Remember Hound Dog? Yeah, well, this 1953 is when this was first sung by Big Mama Thornton. There she is, Big Mama. Big Mama's power helped define the attitude of rock music. I bet. We're going to have to go back and listen to all these now, aren't we? Yes. Yes, we are. All right. Moving on. Origins of Rock and Roll, number 16. I think you've heard of this guy. His piano rolled like thunder and made people dance. This is 1949. Oh. This song sold over 1 million copies before rock was a thing. He fused New Orleans rhythm with pop melody. His friendly voice made blues accessible to new ears. There he is. Anybody know who this is? 1949. Some say this was the first true rock and roll hit. Anybody remember the name of the song or the artist? Either way, beggars can't be choosers. This song was called The Fat Man. The Fat Man, 1949. And so who might have sang The Fat Mix. You know the name. Fats Domino. Fats Domino. Now you know. Fats made rhythm fun and opened the door for rock on the charts. There you go. Fats Domino. The Fat Man, 1949. Origins of rock and roll is our category. We're doing the top 20. We're down to number 15. This is 1955. These names are going to get more and more familiar as we go here. So, hang in. He introduced a rhythm that became a rock standard. His beat was primal, pulsing, and instantly recognizable. Okay. He played a homemade square guitar with swagger. A square guitar. His music fused African rhythm with urban cool. Well-known name. You guys are gonna kick yourself. The name of the song is actually the name of the artist. His first big hit. Countless rock stars built their sound on his innovations. Any guesses? 1955. 1955. Origins of rock and roll. This is Mr. Bo Diddley singing Bo Diddley. That's convenient. Bo didn't just bring the beat. He was the beat. Hey, Standy, what's going on, man? Here we go. We're doing Origins of Rock and Roll. We're down to number 14. Now, you might know this name. What we're looking for is the song mostly, but we're also looking for the artist. This is 1954. This version toned down the lyrics, but amped up the energy. Haley made rhythm and blues radio friendly for teens. The band's suits couldn't hide their rock spirit. So they wore suits. They got that going for them. Their clean image helped rock reach white suburban homes. You know, everybody we've seen so far, it's been darker persuasion. Their clean image helped rock reach white suburban homes. Their track shook more than just hips. It shook America awake. Who knows the song? I'm giving you a lot of clues for that song. Origins of Rock and Roll, 1954. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. How about that? And the artist is Bill Haley and his Comets. Bill Haley and his Comets. Haley brought the rebellious sound of R&B into the mainstream. There you go. No, not Elvis, but hang on to Elvis. Now, this next one might surprise you. This is 1951. 1951. This song told the story of a hot new car and a hot new sound. Its distorted guitar tone happened by accident. Many music historians call it the first rock and roll record. The energy was loud, fast, and full of swagger. All the way back in 1951. The clue says it sounded more like 1955 than 1951. I'm going to give you the name of the album. It was called Rocket 88. Rocket 88. Not Chuck Berry, although that's a good guess. That's a good guess. Believe it or not, this is Mr. Ike Turner. Ike Turner of Ike and Tina Turner fame. And he had a stage name named Jackie Brenston. Jackie Brenston on this album. How about that? Rocket 88, 1951. P-File Goat, what's going on? We're doing Stars of Rock and Roll. Early Stars of Rock and Roll. Origins of Rock and Roll, as a matter of fact. We're down to number 12. So here we go. See if you can get this one. His electric blues swagger set the tone for future rock. Every riff, lyric oozed confidence and mystique. You know this name. He inspired a generation of British rockers with the sound. So this was a big inspiration for all the British rockers. The song's rhythm became the heartbeat of rock. 1954. He made blues feel bold, dangerous, and modern. Not Sam Cooke, good guess. Not Chuck Berry, good guess. Keep guessing. You're gonna get there. This is even before those guys. The song is titled "I'm Your Coochie Coochie Man." I'm Your Coochie Coochie Man. Cool song title. Muddy Waters. Muddy Waters. Without Muddy, the Rolling Stones might still be a pebble. Yeah, he was the inspiration for the Stones, for sure. All right, we're down to number 11. One of the first doo-wop love songs to make it big. Now, this is 1954, all the way back in 1954, and the sound now is doo-wop. The harmony and longing gave teens something new. It had a homemade feel that only added to the charm. It was played at school dances and slow danced into history. Now, I'm going to give you the name of the song. Then I'm going to ask you to come up with the group, because I would have had no idea. The song name is Earth Angel, Will You Be Mine? So that's not familiar? Earth Angel, 1954. It was later featured in Back to the Future to magical effect. So they played it in Back to the Future. Earth Angel made romance a cornerstone of early rock. Now, does anybody know the name of the band? It's a strange name. They're kind of a one-hit wonder. We're going to do that category sometime. This is the Penguins. The Penguins. Back in 1954. Origins of rock and roll, man. Now, I think you know this guy. I've seen the answer on the board already. He took a country tune and gave it an R&B engine. We took an old country song and revved it up with R&B. His guitar licks became blueprints for rock music. The lyrics followed a wild car chase and a heartbreak. It's 1955. This was the first big hit, and it hit hard. Yes, you got it, Sandy. Very good. Very good. You know the name of the song? What was his first big hit? With this track, Chuck defined what a rock song could be. Anybody guess? Going once? Going twice. 1955, Mr. Chuck Berry singing Maybelline was the musical blueprint for the next generation of rockers. 1955. I guess 1955 is really the kick it into gear for rock and roll time. Number 9. You'll know this one, I think, or at least you will after I tell you the answer. I thought you might have known that. These are pretty good, actually. They're challenging, of course, and they get easier. You'll know this guy. He sang with a scream and pounded piano like a storm. His energy and charisma were completely untamed. The lyrics were fast, fun, and a little chaotic. His stage presence inspired generations of performers. He was quite the showman. Oh, good guess, but no, it's not James Brown. It's not James Brown. It's, contemporary of James Brown for sure. Nobody had ever rocked a pompadour quite like this before. There you go. You got it. Little Richard is correct. Little Richard made rock outrageous, fabulous, and unforgettable. You remember the first big hit? 1956. Little Richard, of course, is the artist. And what was the first big hit? Launching rock and roll. Any guesses? How about Long Tall Sally? Long Tall Sally. There you go. First one. All right. Well, you guys know this guy. This is a very young rendition in the robot's picture here. Good golly, Miss Molly. That has nothing to do with this one. He turned a slow blues number into something electrifying. This is 1954, if you can believe it. His voice danced between country and soul. This was his first single with a company called Sun Records. There you go, you got it. That's him. That's him as a young man. He wasn't copying anyone. He was inventing something new. It sounded like rockabilly's birth cry. It sounded like rockabilly's birth cry. I love that. Elvis Presley is correct. You remember the first song, 1954? This was the moment Elvis became the king of something new. So this was the, hey, Stuart, what's going on? This is Elvis. Jailhouse Rock is not the song. This was the first single from Sun Records, though. And it was called That's All Right. That's All Right. There you go. We're down to number 7. And we're still in 1954. We've gone all the way back to the origin of rock and roll. This gentleman fused gospel, jazz, and R&B into a bold new sound. The melody moved like a sermon with a swing. It'd be great to have a little sampling of each one of these songs. That's one step removed. One step too many for Dave to accomplish. Someday. Someday when the AI is better and faster. This track laid the groundwork for soul music and beyond. He changed what singers could sound like in pop. There you go. The word. Before Stevie. Yes. Before Stevie. What's going on, man? Glad you got that one. Anybody know the first song? 1954. What was his first big rock song? Ray Charles showed the emotional depth rock would soon embrace. The song was called I Got a Woman. I Got a Woman, 1954. There you go. Now you've heard of these guys. This is a group. This next one. 1955 still, we're all the way back at the origins of rock and roll. Their harmonies floated like silk through a transistor radio. Kind of a gravelly silk. This love song became a standard for slow dances. Their polished vocals brought doo-wop to the mainstream. Not Everly Brothers. Although, not Everly. They showed that rock could be soft and romantic too. It crossed racial lines and touched millions of hearts. Anybody know who this is? I think there were actually 5 of them, but the picture could only fit 3 of them. I believe there were 5 of them. Not Smokey and the Miracles, although I like that answer. They made elegance a part of rock's early sound. So, famous for the big slow dance at the high school dance, right? This is the Platters. The Platters. And the song, of course, was Only You and You Alone. We all remember the song, I think. Only You. And it was 1955. So there you go. Now, I know you know this next guy. He's easy to recognize. 1957. His glasses and hiccupy vocals made him an unlikely icon. Hiccupy vocals. I like that. This song balanced, remember, we're mostly going for the song, but we're also going for the artist. This song balanced rebellion with melody. The Beatles later said that this guy made them believe they could do it. Correct, Stuart. You are correct. Now, your bonus credit for the first song, 1957, and how about Buddy Holly's band name? Because he always went by Buddy Holly and the. Anybody know? He was a songwriter, producer, and band leader all in one. His music was both innocent and defiant. Anybody know the band or the song? The Crickets. Correct. Very good, Stuart. You are correct. Buddy Holly and the Crickets. And that first big song was pretty well known. Oh, Wake Up Little Susie is good guess. That Will Be the Day. That Will Be the Day, 1957. Buddy Holly wrote the rule book for the rock band format. There you go. Cool. Number 4. We're down to number 4. A very well-known song. Let's see, the song's easier than the artist this time. We'll see how you do. He turned a pair of shoes into a symbol of cool. Okay. The song was pure rockabilly swagger. His version came before Elvis's, more raw and more real. So this is the original. Elvis redid a lot of these. Country roots met R&B rhythm in every note. Excuse me. Not Richie Valens. Not Wake Up Little Susie. It became a cross-racial, cross-genre anthem. He showed that rock could strut, stomp, and swing. And what's he showing us there? He's showing us something. What's he showing us? This is 1956. He's showing us his blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. And this was Carl Perkins. Not Carl Carlton, that was Kung Fu Fighting. But this is Carl Perkins. That's for another day when we do the one-hit wonders. We're going to do those too. All right, we're doing the origins of rock and roll, and we've got the top three. Or the current three. I don't know. The best three, the last three, something. Now, this is a song that is making its second appearance. This is 1954. His version was bold, brash, and loaded with innuendo. The rhythm demanded you to get up and move. He sang with a booming voice full of grit. This was R&B's crashing headfirst into rock and roll. It wasn't cleaned up for radio. It was wild and real. Now, does anybody have any idea who this is or what song made him famous? He brought adult energy and blues power into the early rock scene. Muddy Waters is a good guess. Hey, Maddow, we had Muddy Waters earlier. This is not Muddy Waters. This is a gentleman named Big Joe Turner, and the song is Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Big Joe Turner. Okay, down to the top two here. Now, this group's making their second appearance on the list, and it's a song that is super famous. This was the first rock anthem many teens ever heard. 1954 is the year. Its used in Blackboard Jungle caused a cultural earthquake. Its use in Blackboard Jungle caused a cultural earthquake. The band wore suits, but played with fire. I like that. They got some good clues today. It turned jukeboxes into engines of revolution. Not the Beatles, not Buddy Holly, not Elvis. Not Elvis. There's kind of a clue in the background of the picture. There's a clue in the background of the picture. Overnight, rock and roll became a national obsession. This song marked the moment rock entered the mainstream. Who's the group? You recognize the dude? He was on earlier. He's already been. We've already shown him one. This is Rock Around the Clock. Rock Around the Clock. There's the clock, right? And it's Bill Haley and his Comets with Rock Around the Clock. Yeah, rock and roll comes of age. All right, making his second appearance in the list. Top 20 songs, rock origin. 1958. The opening riff became one of the most famous in history. It told the story of a kid dreaming of rock stardom. Hey Curtis, Spark got to say hi. Welcome to the game. Standing's here, Stewart's here, Madow's here. It's been covered by everyone from Hendrix to NASA. I don't know who NASA is. He blended blues, country, and teenage ambition in one song. Origins of rock and roll. He told the story of a kid dreaming of rock stardom. 1958. Yeah, it is Chuck Berry. Very good. Chuck Berry, what's the song? What's the big song? 1958. The opening riff became one of the most famous in history. This didn't just start rock, it launched it into space. Johnny be good. Johnny be good. Wow. Well, that was pretty fun. Glad you guys got in the house and that round. Go on at the end there. Not bad. All right, we're gonna do top 20 Russell Crowe movies. And as usual, 2019, they're gonna be a little more obscure. You got to work on those. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing pretty good? All right, let me find the correct file for us. I think this one's it. There we go. Oh, did I not acknowledge someone? My apologies. I missed it. I was trying to read my food here. Apologies. All right. Let's do the top 20 Russell Crowe movies. All right. Like I said, they start off a little obscure. This is 2010. 2010. He plays a man whose ordinary life is shattered overnight. His wife is arrested, and no one believes she's innocent. As plans unravel, he crosses moral lines to free her. Sounds like a good husband. The film asks, how far would you go for love? How far would you go for love? It's a thriller, but his quiet intensity, Russell Crowe, Mr. Quiet Intensity, grounds it. I mean, that's really accurate, right? Russell Crowe is quiet intensity. Anybody know this one? 2010. Sounds like an interesting story. I'm not remembering. Hey, very good. You are correct. Stuart. You are correct. The next 3 days. This role proved Crowe could carry suspense with emotion and grit. There it is. Good job. You got it. Taking it for the team. Very good. All right, number 19. This is all the way back in 1991. And he looked very young here. It's like a teenager. One of his earliest roles in Australian cinema. He plays a cocky dishwasher with dangerous charm. The film centers on a blind photographer and trust. Their friendship grows, then spirals into betrayal. Sounds like a good story. Anybody know the Australian flick when he was a teenager? A raw and fascinating performance at the start of his career. Any guesses? 1991. There he is. How old do you think he is there? Like 17? This is called Proof. Proof. Proof marked the arrival of a bold new talent in Australian film. There you go. That's going back a bit. 1991. 1991. All right. Well, let's go to number 18 and move up a little bit. And we've actually had this movie on the Ridley Scott. This is a Ridley Scott. Year's 2006. This is Crowe in a rare romantic comedy. He plays a banker who inherits a vineyard in France. The plot blends wine, love, and second chances. Anybody know? He trades boardrooms for sunsets and soul searching. It's a gentler, more charming side of him. And a weird one, weird Ridley Scott, right? Anybody remember it? Yeah, Stuart, good job. You got it. This film let Crowe show off his relaxed, humorous side. That's right, it was called A Good Year. It sounds like a boring movie, though, right? If everything just goes good, and you're like retired and have a vineyard and no money problems. Anyway, this film let Crowe show off his relaxed, humorous side. Yeah, Ridley Scott. How about that? Everything's connected. Everything's connected. Did you hear I'm changing the name of the show to Dave's After Dark? Dave's After Dark. I don't know if you like that or not. We'll talk about it later. Okay. His directorial debut and a deeply personal story. He plays a father searching for his sons lost at Gallipoli. The film is part war drama, part spiritual quest. It explores grief, faith, and scars of conflict. Anybody know? He delivers a grounded, emotional performance. I don't know what that means. Grounded but emotional. I'm not sure what that means. His directorial debut is maybe the key clue here. He stepped behind the camera and didn't miss a beat. This is 2014, incidentally. Anybody remember this? The picture, now that you can tell what it is kind of a clue. Yeah, it's called The Water Diviner. The Water Diviner. I guess it wasn't very popular. There you go. Why it's number 17. Let's move up to number 16. Now, this picture is not going to help you much, other than it's a good picture of his co-star. He's in it, but you can't hardly tell. If you remember the movie poster, that's where this came from. This is 2008, and he stars opposite Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's a spy thriller. His character directs covert operations from a safe distance. I know. I'm still trying to find myself on the channel. I'm trying to figure out how to make it successful. We'll talk about it more later. I'm trying, man. I like all my names. I just got to find the right one. He's cold, calculating, and utterly convincing. The film critiques post 9/11 intelligence work. Crowe gained weight and aged himself to fit the role. I hate when you have to gain weight for the role. I had to do that for the show tonight. Put on a few pounds just for the show. Anybody know what that was called? It's called Body of Lies. Body of Lies. There you go. We're down to number 15. They're going to start being more familiar. Oh, Matt knew it. Matt knew it. And Standing knew it. Just the internet's a little slow. So, I trust you. I believe you. Based on a true story of boxer James James J. Braddock. A washed-up fighter gets a second chance during the Great Depression. Crowe captures the humility and heart of a man fighting for his family. Arena! Arena's all the way from Omsk, Russia today. Hey, Arena. Some sort of pirated platform. I don't know how you're on YouTube in Russia. The film is emotional, rousing, and steeped in dignity. It's directed by Ron Howard. It's one of Crowe's most beloved roles. Oh, Stuart has it. Stuart had it way back when. Sorry, Stuart, I was busy talking to my wife. That's right. Cinderella Man is correct. He brought grit and grace to his working class hero. There you go. All right. We're down to number 14. Now, I like this movie. I don't think it's one of his most popular, but I liked it. He plays an outlaw with charisma and menace. The film is a tense, morally complex Western. Usually, Westerns aren't that morally complex, right? Usually. His chemistry with Christian Bale drives the story. His character is dangerous, but strangely likable. Yeah. I know, Stuart. I know. I haven't been giving you the credit you deserve tonight. I know it. I know it. I've been telling stories and trying to do my clues good. I've been slacking. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch real clear. Standing has this one, but that's not the complete answer, you know. Crowe redefined the modern outlaw with charm and depth. This isn't your typical good versus evil shootout. There you go. Stuart's got the slightly more complete answer. 310 to Yuma. 310 to Yuma is correct. We'll give you both credit for that one. All right, number 13. You know this one. A dark epic retelling of the biblical flood. A dark epic. Crowe's struggles with faith, power, and isolation. Correct. We're going to give that one to Maddow. It's more psychological drama than Sunday school tale. I like the clues tonight. I'm going to have to give the robot some credit or maybe a better dessert or something. The visuals are striking, the tone deeply serious. Some found it strange, but his performance is compelling. So some found his performance strange. You are correct for that. This is Noah. Noah, 2014. This is the Noah you've never seen before. Haunted and human. You know, I don't think I've seen it. I couldn't get through it. I don't know why. Don't know why. I gotta go back and watch that. No doubt. Now this one's interesting. This is all the way back in 1992. So, you know, he was 17 in that other one. He must have been 18 in this one. He plays a violent neo-Nazi in suburban Australia. It's raw, uncomfortable, and brutally realistic. You saw it last week. That's interesting. Did you guys watch, a bunch of Russell Crowe to prepare for the game today? Spent about 20 hours preparing. You would have to spend 40 hours preparing. The film confronts racism and extremism head on. His intensity is both terrifying and unforgettable. Yeah, how'd you know that? Except for that's not the full answer. But we're going to give you credit, Sandy. We're going to give you credit for that. Yeah, Stuart's got pretty close. And I kind of like the way he put the A's on the end. Romper Stumper is correct. So we're going to give both Standing and Stuart credit for that one. The disturbing debut revealed the fierce force Crowe could be. There you go. All right, now this one's a little different. 2016. It's a buddy comedy set in the sleazy 70s. Jen's in the house. Mine's in the house. Mind a panda. He teams up with Ryan Gosling's bumbling detective. Their odd couple energy delivers big laughs. It's violent, stylish, and unexpectedly fun. Not bad, guys. There you go. That's close enough. There you go. So the correct answer is once again a combination of Standing and Stuart's answers. Yeah. The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys. 2016. He proves that comedy suits him just as well as drama. Russell Crowe. Who'd have thunk? Ryan Gosling. I guess he's good. I don't know. Should we do Ryan Gosling movies? I don't know. I need a thumbs up, thumbs down on Ryan Gosling movies. I'm not sure. I would have to have a couple thumbs up to do that. Number 10. He takes on the legendary outlaw with a grifter edge. This version focuses on Robin's origin I kind of gave it away. As a soldier and rebel. Yeah, correct. Mind the panda. And Stuart. It's a darker, more grounded take than usual legend. Crowe reunites with Ridley Scott to bring scale and steel. Was Robin Hood in the Ridley Scott tribute that we did? I don't think, was it? I didn't think it was. Could be wrong. The action is intense, but so is the political tension. It's a political show. Who'd have thought? You are all correct, of course. Robin Hood. Robin Hood from 2010. And this isn't your merry Robin. It's Rebellion with a Sword. This is the rough Robin. There he is, Robin Hood. The Ridley Scott Robin Hood. Okay. Next up, you might remember this one from Denzel. He plays a dogged detective chasing a heroin kingpin. The setting is Harlem, the 70s, and corruption at every turn. Not training day. There you go, Stuart. Opposite Denzel Washington, their dynamic is electric. His performance is quiet but relentless. That describes Russell Crowe again, right? Quiet but relentless. He brings a sense of weary justice to a dirty world. Weary justice to a dirty world. How about that? It's kind of nuanced. Yeah, Meadow. You guys all got it. You guys all got it. American Gangster. American Gangster. 2007, actually. Crowe is the conscience of a crime epic soaked in style. See, these clues are terrific tonight. I don't know what got into the robot. I kind of scolded him on doing too short of clues last time, and man, the robot is on point with the clues tonight. All right, number 8. Not that I don't sit down and write every one of these clues every night. He sings. Yes, he sings. This inspector. How do you say his name? Javert. You never know how to pronounce French. It's like some letters you say and some letters you don't. Hard to know. His voice divided fans, but his presence was undeniable. This is not Master and Commander. He plays the moral antagonist with stern conviction. He is wearing a uniform, so it's similar to Master and Commander that way. The story spans decades of revolution and redemption. He gives Javert, a human edge beneath the steel. I'm not sure how you say that. You are correct, madam. You are correct. This is Les Miserables. I said that one better. Les Miserables. All right. Hang on to those. When you give a wrong answer, you hang on to it for later. He commands a British warship across treacherous seas. It's Captain Aubrey. Or is it Aubrey? He balances duty and friendship. The film blends naval strategy with human drama. There you go. Now it's time. Mind the Panna, beat you by a sliver, Stuart. You are correct. Just hang on to that Master and Commander answer, Minder Panda, and eventually you get it. The film blends naval strategy with human drama. His leadership feels authentic and layered. There's another Russell Crowe description. Authentic and layered. It's historical epic meets character study. Yes, it is. You know that it has an additional name. It has like a tag name. It's called Master and Commander, and then something else. Anybody remember? Master and Commander, and something else. Did you know that? Something else. It was The Far Side of the World. Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. Pretty interesting, huh? This may be his most complete, fully realized role. There you go. Number 6. Now this one's kind of different. He plays a computer-generated killer made from the minds of hundreds of criminals. That sounds like a weird concept. His character literally breaks out of a virtual prison. He's charming, psychotic, and stylishly unhinged. This is all the way back in 1995. So I don't know if this is only Australian theater. I don't think so. I think it's Crowe versus Denzel again, but in a cyberpunk face-off. Yeah, but how? How'd you know that? It sounds like a crazy concept. I definitely did not see this. I don't know if it's available somewhere. This was his earliest Hollywood role. Oh, there you go. And it was one of the wildest. Crowe dialed it up to an 11 as a digital villain with a twisted smile and a taste for chaos. Hey, Randy. Glad you're here. All right, we're down into the top 5 now. The top 5 Russell Crowe movies. Number 5, a newspaper thriller in the digital age. He plays a jaded journalist digging into murder and corruption. The story is layered with politics, betrayal, and tension. His chemistry with Rachel McAdams brings the warmth. It's smart, adult storytelling with an edge. A newspaper thriller in the digital age. This is 2009. Correct you are, Stuart. Very good. Very good. You guys are getting good at these Russell Crowe ones. State of play is correct. 2009. Crowe makes investigative journalism feel like combat. Aren't these clues cool tonight? I guess you could say no. We're down to the top 4. Rachel McAdams. There she is. Number 4. This is 1997. Go back a while. And this is where Hollywood truly noticed him. He plays a guy named Bud White, who's a cop with fists and a moral code. The film is drenched in noir and corruption. I said it right the first time tonight. Noir. I like saying noir so much, we're going to base the entire channel on noir in the future. His performance is intense, physical, but also emotional. Oh, yes. Looks like Madame beat Stewart up just barely there. Hey, doctor's in the house. Good to see the doctor. It's always good to have a doctor. His performance is intense, physical, but it's also emotional. He showed he could do action and subtlety in one scene. Yes, LA Confidential is of course correct. Cool movie, right? This was his US breakout and a signal of greatness to come. Yeah, LA Confidential. Cool movie, right? Kim Basinger. Ooh, steaming. Top 3. 1999. He transforms into whistleblower Jeffrey Wiggin. The story centers on tobacco, lies, and corporate pressure. Crowe disappears into the role with restraint and sadness. The character wrestles with fear and conscience. Who knows this one? Yeah, Madao. I guess he didn't he win Academy Award for this? Or I think maybe I think so. It's not loud, but it's deeply powerful. His performance is haunting, quiet, and unforgettable. Sounds like he should have won if he didn't win the award. He should have. Yeah, good movie, right? Underrated. Yeah, The Insider. They probably tried. 1999. There he is. Transformed himself, didn't he? Okay, top two. Now this is one of my favorite Russell Crowe ones. The next one. I like a lot of Russell Crowe. These last two are just off the chart, right? That one was off the chart too. He plays mathematician John Nash with vulnerability and nuance. The film spans decades and shifting reality. Madao. Yeah, doctor, you're close. You're close, doctor, but you're not perfect. Crowe conveys genius, fear, and love all at once. His emotional range carries the film from start to finish. Yes, everybody's got it now. He was nominated for another Oscar and won a Golden Globe. So did he ever win? I mean, he's been nominated a bunch of times. Did he ever win? I don't know. I can't remember. And you're correct. Everybody's correct. It's A Beautiful Mind. A Beautiful Mind. This is all the way back in 2001. And this role revealed his mastery of complex emotional storytelling. There you go. Oh, Stuart, don't ruin it. Doctor, Stuart beat you. Maximus, commander of armies, husband to a murdered wife. These clues are just nice. The role that won him the Academy Award, finally, okay, here it is. He never won, they finally get it. He fights for revenge and honor in the Roman Empire. Every word, every look is pure cinematic presence. Yeah, well, when you're down to the top one and you've done 20 of them and it's not there, not there so far. Yeah. And what's the most famous line from this movie that he says? What's the most famous line? With this role, Crowe became immortal in film history. Yes, he did. Maximus. And what's the famous line? What's the famous line? He said it like right, almost where this picture's taken, like right afterwards, I think. Not strength and honor. Oh, I like that. How about, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Right? That was pretty fun. That was good. I think these tributes to different actors and actresses work out pretty good. What do you guys think? A-okay? The next one's going to be a little weird. I like to do the third round. It's kind of a little offbeat. We're gonna do the top 20 strangest phobias people have. So there's a few layers in this one, right? There's gonna be trying to guess the phobia, and then you guys have to tell me whether you have those phobias. And then I have to try to pronounce the phobia. So that'll be the real fun. All right, here we go. Let me find the file. Should be fun. You know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. I give the clues. Top 20 strangest phobias that people have. All right, good luck. Sticky situations are no joke for these folks. This fear turns lunch into a landmine. Even the thought of peanut butter can trigger anxiety. It's not about the peanuts, it's about the texture. People with this fear avoid peanut butter at all costs. Anybody know what this is called? Or what it is, really? So I'm gonna tell you what it is. Oh gosh, I don't know how to play this. Yeah, nut phobia. It's not a nut phobia. It's fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. Which is a weird phobia. Does anybody have that? Anybody have that phobia? Raise your hand. Give me a thumbs up. And I'm going to attempt to say it. You ready for me to attempt to say it? Araki butiro phobia. Araki butifo. A sandwich staple becomes a scary struggle for some. Yeah. Hey, Christina, you have that? You have that? It's a bitch, right? It's a bad one to have. All right, well, everybody's got this one. I think nobody's gonna. Hey, son of Seth. Hey, Christina. Glad you guys are in the house. That was pretty good. If you really have that one. But everybody's got this one. This fear didn't exist before smartphones. It's the panic when your battery hits 1%. Separation anxiety isn't just for pets. Misplacing a blank can feel like losing a limb. Just the thought of being disconnected causes dread. Anybody know what this is called? Or what it is? It's definitely a phobia we all have. In the digital age, losing a signal can mean losing your sanity. Anybody know what that's called? Phobia of being set on fire then shot. Yeah. Hey, Stuart, you have that? Stuart, do you have it? Fear of being without a mobile phone. Yeah, and Stuart has it, whatever it is. I'm not going to say it. Nomophobia. Nomophobia. That's correct. Number 18. All right. Let's see how this one goes. Yeah, you know? Oh, I left my phone on a ferry boat fairly recently. Thought I'd never get that back. I was in the middle of vacation. It was not good. All right. Facial fuzz can trigger full-on fear. This isn't just dislike, it's deep anxiety. The fear often stems from a hidden expression. It can make job interviews or dating very tricky. Santa Claus is absolutely terrifying. If I know what this phobia is, either the common name or the scientific name. No, this is not agoraphobia. This is not agoraphobia. This is the beards. Fear of beards. Poganophobia. 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 Pagonophobia. It takes me about 4 tries. Pagonophobia. Fear of beard. There you go. Sorry if I'm scaring you. Number 17. This one's a little weird. Sunshine, lemons, and school buses bring on this anxiety. Even thinking about yellow can cause discomfort. This fear might develop from early trauma. Not sure why. Bright rooms may need dimming for comfort. Golden tones become warning signs. Yeah. You guys got it. You guys all got it. But what's it called? What's the scientific name? Might kind of have to do with one of the flowers or something. I'm not sure. Anybody know? Fear of yellow. Fear of the color, anything yellow. Anybody know what it's called? It's called xanthophobia. Xanthophobia. With an X. Xanthophobia. To some, yellow is anything but mellow. Love these clues tonight. Loving. Yeah, you had it. How'd you know that? You don't have that one, do you? Number 16. This one's weird. So difficult. Only if you don't have these phobias, Stuart. If you have them, it's easy. It's not a punchline. This is a real phobia. People with this fear avoid looking at other people's faces. It's especially difficult in close conversations. Facial hair or clefts can intensify the response. They often dread selfies and video calls. Okay. What is this a fear of? Anybody know? I'll tell you the scientific name, then you tell me the common name. Geniophobia. It's geniophobia. Geniophobia. Geniophobia is the Yes. I know that's a big fear, Stuart. Not for you, but fear of chins. Kind of looks like Hillary Clinton. Fear of chins. Fear of chins. Now, that's a weird one. I can see nobody having that one, but now this one's kind of dark. And I'm not sure if I don't have this a little bit. Whether innies or outies, they inspire serious discomfort. This fear affects both seeing and touching. Ooh. Some even avoid showers or pools because of it. It often links back to body-related trauma. Anybody know what this is a fear of? Agoraphobia is the fear of leaving your house, right? Agoraphobia. Yeah. Anybody know what this is the fear of? This is omphalophobia. Omphalophobia is the fear of, yeah, Christina, our phobia expert. I'm not sure I don't have that a little bit. An ordinary body part becomes a source of anxiety. Sorry, we're in the midst of springtime, so I have a tiny bit of allergy going, but not bad. Not bad. Next up, number 14. Now, this one is going to be fun to say. The name alone is cruel irony. It can make reading or public speaking feel impossible. School and work settings often trigger panic. Just hearing long words can cause distress. The fear of novels. I like that. It's kind of like that. So this one's weird. This one's the fear of long words. You know, like anti-disestablishmentarianism. How was that? Whoever named this fear had a twisted sense of humor because here I go. I'm going to try to say it. Are you ready? Hippopotomonstrosis quip phobia. Hippopotomonstrosis quip phobia. Fear of long words. There you go. We could have done without that one. We could have skipped that, I think. Number 13. Here we go. Water isn't calming. It's panic-inducing. This fear often starts in childhood, but can persist into adulthood. Anybody know what this is? This phobia can lead to serious hygiene struggles. Yes. Anybody know this one? This phobia can lead to serious hygiene struggles. Oh, I said that. Even hand washing might feel overwhelming. To some, cleanliness causes more stress than dirt. Well, that's close, Meadow. That's close, Stuart. Meadow, but that's not it. That's like a fear of water or something, right? This one, this is the fear of bathing or washing. Fear of bathing or washing. I do have a story relative to this, but we may not get there. This is the ablutophobia. Ablutophobia. How's that sound? Abluta. Fear of bathing. There you go. Number 12. Number 12. A lot of people have this one. It's not just laziness, it's genuine fear. It's linked with anxiety, past trauma, or burnout. I think that might have been my problem. The thought of daily tasks can cause heart-pounding panic office settings feel like emotional landmines. Who knows what this one is? Meetings, presentations, pure terror. Workplace woes take on a whole new meaning with this phobia. Anybody know? Fear of procrastinating. I'm too lazy to procrastinate. Not correct. This is fear of the workplace, known as ergophobia. Ergophobia. Fear of the workplace. Yeah, a lot of people have that. They love that work from home thing. It's not for Elon Musk. Nope. He says, get to work. Number 11. Let's. Now this one, standing, you had that one. We're a little slow internet, so you may have some answers that come in late. Everybody's got this one, or at least a lot of people do. It's one of the most well-known but strange phobias. Painted smiles often hide childhood nightmares. Movies like It made this fear famous. Like It made this fear famous. Birthday parties and circuses become unthinkable. Correct. You even got the Latin name. Christina's got the common name, and Madao has the Latin name. Coulrophobia. Coulrophobia is the fear of clowns. Behind the grease paint, there's only fear for some. Yes, that is a creepy one. You got it. Everybody's got that one. You guys all have that. Actually, have that phobia. I think on some level, might have it a little bit, maybe. Oh, clown stole your shoes. Well, that would do it. That would do it. This one's interesting. I don't think I have it. To some, cheddar means terror, not comfort. The smell alone can cause panic. Even photos can trigger a reaction. It often starts with a traumatic childhood experience, like everything else. Pizza's a no-go. Who knows this one? Does anybody have this one? I hope nobody has. Forget the fondue. This fear is sharp, not mild. Now that's a clue. Is that a clue? Forget the fondue. This fear is sharp, not mild. Yes. Good, Manel. Anybody know the scientific name for the fear of cheese? The fear of cheese. Lacto intolerance. That would be, it's not correct. It's called turophobia. Turophobia. Who knew? Fear of cheese. Okay, well, does anybody have that? Anybody have the fear of cheese? I do not. I do not. I sometimes have this one. Seeing the world causes intense distress. Some keep their eyes closed as much as possible. It severely disrupts daily life and routines, no doubt. Bright light often makes the fear worse. Even blinking feels like too much exposure. The world is a scary place, especially if you can see it. These blues are so good tonight. Anybody know what this fear is? And hopefully nobody has this fear. I think that's a different version of this fear, Mado. This is just the fear of opening one's eyes. The fear of opening your eyes, which, that would be debilitating for sure. Optophobia. Optophobia. Fear of opening your eyes. Hope nobody's got that one. All right, we're down to number 8. This one's a little weird. Agoraphobia. Agoraphobia. That's like, isn't that the fear of like leaving your house or something? Going shopping, doing anything? Something like that. Okay, this one. Bouquets bring more dread than delight. Even artificial flowers can cause anxiety. This fear may link to allergies. Maybe so. Trauma or decay. There you go. Decay. Springtime can be overwhelming. Garden walks are strictly off limits. Beauty and panic go hand in hand for those with this fear. You got the scientific name there, Madame. That is correct. Anthophobia. Anthophobia. But what is it? What's the common name? Anthophobia. Oh, I guess, Stuart, did you have that first? I think you did. No, you had agoraphobia. That's not correct. Fear of flowers. Fear of flowers. Which is weird. Gotta say. Kind of weird. Yeah. Kind of weird. Right? Number 7. Now, this one's really weird. Entire buildings skip a floor because of this fear. It's one of the most common weird phobias. Friday the 13th becomes a true nightmare. This fear has deep roots in superstition. From elevators to airplanes, it's silently avoided. Correct, Meadow. Correct. Now, the scientific name is a little bit challenging. You want to give it a shot? I know I don't. When fear becomes numerically specific, it is no joke. It is the fear of the number 13, and it's called Triskaidek phobia. Triskaidekaphobia. Triskaidekaphobia. Fear of the number 13. There you go. Triskaidek. We only got 6 phobias left. I have a fear. Oh, this one's good. I like this one. I don't have it, I don't think. Well, I don't know if I have it. This fear centers on religious authority figures. Seeing the Pope, even on TV, can cause panic. Often rooted in trauma or extreme religious upbringing. Yeah, I'd say so. Religious iconography becomes overwhelming. Even the Vatican may be off limits. Uh, no, but that sounds like something that's related. The hierophobia, that sounds related. Theophobia sounds related too. But this one is very specific. Can you see the picture? What is the fear here? What is the fear here? Yeah, no, good guess. Good guess. This is papophobia. Papophobia. Fear of the Pope. A holy figure to many, but a source of fear to some. There you go. Number 5. This one, a lot of people may have this one a little bit coming up. Number 5. I guess maybe that's why it's number 5. Loose strands can cause intense revulsion. Brushing or cutting hair can trigger anxiety. Body hair may be just as triggering. Often linked to obsessive compulsive tendencies. Well, there you go. That fits me. Salons become scenes of stress, not style. Maddow, I think you're correct on that last one. Salons become scenes of stress. Oh, there's a great little known fact, or yes. This, of course, is the fear of hair. The fear of hair. Anybody know what that's called? Ketophobia. Ketophobia. Hair today, horror tomorrow. For people with this phobia. Hair today, horror tomorrow. Okay, number 4. Now, a lot of people may have this. I think I kind of have this one a little bit. I definitely do, I think. Nature feels like peace and more, nature feels less like peace and more like peril. Fear of getting lost or attacked is common. It often ties into stories, myths, or nightmares. What's this fear? Trees, darkness, and isolation feed the fear. Camping is absolutely out of the question. Who knows what this one is? Hey, Rob. What's going on, man? We're doing weird phobias. Kind of a weird category. Having fun with it, though, Hanging in there. Not agoraphobia. That's that's everybody's favorite, but no. Masiophobia. No. And I think I have a little bit of this. This is fear of forests. Fear of forest or wooded areas. It's called hylophobia. Hylophobia, where others see wonder, this fear sees danger. There you go. Hylophobia. Forests. No, kind of spooky. There you go. Now, some people have this one. This is pretty common, this next one. Seeing one's own face can cause deep panic. Oh, that's a little weird. Mirrors may be covered or removed completely. You ever know anybody that can't have a mirror in their house? It's because they're a demon. They have no reflection. It's often tied to distorted self-image or superstition. Even shiny surfaces can be upsetting. Mirror, mirror becomes a true horror line. So yes, I think you're correct, Madame. You're correct. It's the fear of both mirrors and reflections. The fear of mirrors and reflections. It's kind of got a weird name. It's not called autoerotic phobia, Rob. Rob, you were just making me read that. And yeah, vampires are afraid of mirrors too, right? Definitely. It's called isotrope. Isotrophobia. 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 It's not just Snow White. Reflection can be terrifying. Number 2. No, this is pretty common. It's pretty common. The thought of sleep triggers dread instead of peace. Linked to nightmares, trauma, or fear of dying. There you go. There it is. People, this is not the fear of dying. People say stay up until exhaustion just to avoid it. It disrupts health and mental well-being. Yes, it does. How many days have you guys gone without sleep? Anybody done that? Things get a little weird. Yeah, fear of falling asleep is the answer we were looking for. Bedtime becomes a battleground. Sleep is supposed to be restful, but not for everyone. Now, anybody have any idea what the scientific name is? 3 days, yeah. 3 days is getting up there. Gonna start seeing some things. At least in my experience. Called somniphobia. Somni. Kind of like sleep, right? Somniphobia. Yeah. She has it. You can tell. You can tell. All right, we're on to our last phobia. The fear of being on our last of the 20 phobias. This was actually pretty common. Not sure the picture adequately displays it. But here you go. Social events are terrifying, not joyful. Weddings and parties become stress-filled nightmares. Even watching others do this can trigger anxiety. It's often rooted in shame or past embarrassment. The beat drops and our heart races. Who knows what this period? Like that clip. Weddings and parties become stress-filled nightmares. Social events are terrifying. When fear keeps you off the dance floor, every party is a panic. I don't know what this picture is trying to show. Not sure. Fear of dancing, correct? That's it. Fear of dancing. Anybody know the scientific name for the fear of dancing? It's called chorophobia. Chorophobia. So we did survive that. And it was, it wasn't as bad as the Socrates things we learned from Socrates round, was it? It was a little better than that, wasn't it? Did you learn anything? How many of those phobias did you have? 10 or more, and we're gonna call the doctor back. I see the doctor left. He couldn't deal with the phobias. Yeah, fear of spiders would have been a very common one. Arachnophobia. Everybody know that one. Okay, so I assume maybe we're going to do a bonus round. What do you guys think? Rob, Madal, Stuart, you guys up for a bonus round? I have a good bonus round. Top 20 rock and pop bands of the 1980s. 1980s rock bands, rock and pop bands. So yeah, I think you might get a few. Yeah, there was a movie, Arachnophobia. Yeah. We could do we could do popular movies with phobias. Top 20 popular movies with phobias. I don't think there'd be 20 though. We'd have to do top 10. I think we'd have to do only 10. All right. Well, I've only seen one thumbs up so far. Oh, there's the second one. Okay. So I guess we're going to do it. Okay. Let's get into it. Where is it? Let me find the file. There we go. Whoop. We got to start it over. There we go. Oh, yeah. From what you're talking, hey, the doctor's in the house. All right, here we go. You know the rules. Robots. Hey, you guessed. I try to trick you with clues along the way. Top 20 rock and pop bands of the 1980s. This band was part of the new romantic movement in the UK. They were known for combining cutting-edge music videos with striking fashion. Their name was inspired by a character from a sci-fi movie. I'm going to ask you which sci-fi movie. The doctor has it already. Doctor has it. Yeah. What's up with that? Which sci-fi movie did they get their name from? Hits like Rio and Hungry Like a Wolf became TV staples. Their glamorous image earned them the nickname the Fab Five. They were named the Fab Five. I thought that was somebody else. Oh, that was the Fab Four. This is the Fab Five. You are correct. Duran Duran was one of the first bands to heavily integrate music videos into their marketing, paving the way for the MTV era. Who knows the sci-fi movie that they got their name from? Nobody? Barbarella. How about that movie? Let's just do the whole show about Barbarella. Number 19. Now these guys are young here. This band emerged from the Essex music scene in England in the early 1980s. Known for their dark, brooding synth pop and layered electronic soundscapes, their album Violator cemented their place in alternative music history. Stuart! Hits like Enjoy the Silence and Personal Jesus remain iconic. Their influence extends to artists from Marilyn Manson to The Weeknd. Stuart is correct. This is the very young version of Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode started in 1980. Depeche Mode sold out the Rose Bowl. You guys know where the Rose Bowl is. In Pasadena, 100,000 people in 1988. A feat unheard of for a synth band at the time. There you go. Depeche Mode sold out the Rose Bowl. I gotta get a sip of liquid here. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. This British duo took inspiration from psychological themes in their lyrics. They were crazy. Their music features a mix of pop, rock, and introspection. Their music hits include Shout and Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Everybody wants to rule the world. I didn't do that very well. Their album songs from the Big Chair top charts worldwide. Stuart has it. They were named after a phrase in primal therapy. Tears as a release. That's what all the girls tell you. Tears for Fears is, of course, correct. Very good. The band contributed significantly to the second British invasion. There you go. Top of the charts in the mid-1980s. Tears for Fears. Okay, enough of those across the pond boys. Get them Americans. American rockers. This New Jersey-based band became synonymous with the 1980s arena rock. Their third album, Slippery When Wet, turned them into global superstars. They created some of the most famous rock ballads of all time. Oh, you guys all know it. Zach Doctor was first, Stuart close behind. What was their biggest hit? Anybody know? Best known anthem? They were one of the first bands to release a song online in 1994. Not an album, but they just released it as a digital file. Correct. Living on a Prayer. Living on a Prayer is the right answer there, Stuart. Bon Jovi's song, It's My Life, saw a resurgence in popularity after being adopted as an anthem for resilience. I'm not sure what that means, but anyway. These clues are from 4 months ago, so the robots weren't quite as smart back then. It's amazing how much smarter they get every day. Number 16. You know these guys. This trio blended reggae and punk rock into their sound. Their lead singer later went on to have a successful solo career. Well, yes, Stuart is correct. Doctor was on the right track. Oh, Doctor has it. Nadal was on the right track. Doctor has it. Stuart has it. The Police. Oh no, The Police. What was their first big hit? Anybody remember their first big hit? Sting, their frontman, has won 17 Grammys across his career. Yeah, Roxanne. What was the other one? The other one was the most played song on the radio in 1983. The other one. Not Roxanne, but no, I can't stand losing you. I like that one too. How about Every Breath You Take? Every Breath You Take. Most popular song in 1983. All right, The Police. You guys know them. Now, this is a fairly popular band. This Irish rock band gained prominence for their socially and politically conscious lyrics. Their album, The Joshua Tree, propelled them to global fame in 1987. They are known for hits like, I'm going to let you fill in the blank on that. Yes. I like the way Stewart spelled it, and he got it first. So I guess we'll have to give it to him. Dr. Stewart Maddow. Oh, that's voice text. That's cool. Okay, I'm into that. I'm gonna have to do that for the answers or for the clues. Their lead singer, Bono, has been an outspoken humanitarian activist. They performed in some of the largest stadiums in the world. U2 has won 22 Grammys, more than any other group in history. And what were their first big hits? Anybody know? How about With or Without You and Where the Streets Have No Name? I don't really remember that one. Where the Streets Have No Name? Okay, With or Without You. Maddow had that. Very good. Very good. Number 14. This British band became known for their colorful and eclectic style. Their frontman was instantly recognizable for his flamboyant appearance. Hits like Blank and Blank became worldwide anthems. They were pioneers in breaking gender norms in pop culture during the 1980s. You are correct, Doctor. You are correct. Now, who knows the songs? What were the two big first songs? Their music blended reggae, soul, and pop influences. Culture Club was the first group since the Beatles to achieve 3 top 10 hits in America from a single album. I'm looking for 2 of them. I'm looking for 2 of the songs. There's 3, and I'm only looking for 2. Boy George, of course. I Miss You Blind. Maybe that's the 3rd one. That's not my 2. Yes, Do You Really Want to Hurt Me is one of them. And what was the first one? Come, chameleon. Come, chameleon. Something like that. I'm off tonight. I'm not singing much tonight. It was those phobia. Pronouncing those phobias ruined my singing. Number 13. This Australian rock band created a unique sound blending new wave rock and funk. Michael Hutchence, their charismatic lead singer, was known for his electrifying stage presence. Hits include, I'm going to let you fill in the blank there. They achieved global superstardom with their 1987 album called Kick. Who knows? The band continued with different lead singers after Hutchins' tragic death in 1997. Who knows the band? Oh, you guys got it. Sorry. I thought you were just typing in a few letters. Unrelated letters. Doctor. I thought those were just unrelated letters. That is the name of the band, of course. In Excess. Anybody know any of the hits? Any hits? Going once, going twice. The hits are sold. Need You Tonight, Devil Inside, New Sensation. Yeah, those were all biggies. Devil Inside, Devil Inside. Number 12. This duo consisted of Blank and Blank. They brought an upbeat, carefree energy to the 1980s pop with hits like Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. That was from, what was the movie? Zoolander. Their song, Last Christmas, has become a holiday classic. Yes, you are correct. Wham is correct. Looks like maybe Doctor got it first. George Michael and Stuart got that. George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. That's correct. Ridgeley. Where was the first Western pop act to perform in China? China. They got some tariffs. Oh, I'm afraid to go shopping at Walmart next week. You're a little price shock. Webb's 1985 show in Beijing was a landmark event that introduced Western pop music to China. Number 11. This British band, another British band, helped define the glam metal sound of the 1980s. Their albums Pyromania and Hysteria were massive commercial successes. Massive, I tell you, massive. Hits include Pour Some Sugar on Me. Yeah, there you go. I love that one. They were part of the new wave of British heavy metal movement. Yes, of course. You have it. It looks like Doctor has it. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Hysteria took 3 years to record and became one of the best-selling rock albums of all time. Def Leppard. All the way back to 1977. Can you believe that? Wow. What was the other song? Love Bites. That was the other song. The drummer, Rick Allen, continued with the band after losing an arm in a car accident. There you go. That's tough luck. Continue, though. All right, Def Leppard, that was cool. Okay, top 10. Here we go. Number 10. Known for their gothic imagery, they blended post-punk with pop sensibilities. Their frontman, Robert Smith, is instantly recognizable for his teased hair and makeup. So this guy is the guy that causes all those phobias about the hair, right? You are correct, Doctor. You are correct. Hits include, anybody know a hit from The Cure? They are often credited as pioneers of the alternate rock genre. Alternate rock. They're, I don't know, what else would you call that? Emo rock. Their emotional and dreamy sound resonated with a global fan base. Yeah. Love song, right? Love song. Just like Heaven. Friday I'm in love. Yes. I don't think love cats. I don't think so. Do you love cats? I'm more of a dog guy, but I have chickens. I don't have any of those other things. I got chickens. And I got 6 baby chickens right now. They're very cute. But they're 2 weeks old, so they're not as cute. Number 9. This British duo consists of Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart. Well, I guess I could have asked you that. They became famous for their innovative synth pop sound. Lennox's androgynous look became an iconic part of the 1980s aesthetic. Their music videos were often surreal and visually striking. And yes, you have the answer, Doctor. Yeah, fresh eggs are nice. Who knows the songs from the Eurythmics? Big hits. What are the big hits? Eurythmics, Annie Lennox, and Dave Stewart. Annie Lennox has won 8 Brit Awards, more than any other female artist. There she is. Eurythmics, famous for Sweet Dreams. You are correct. Sweet Dreams. are made of these. Sweet dreams are made of. Yes. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Stuart, for adding to the doctor's correct answer. All right. The Eurythmics. They were number 9. Let's go to number 8. It's about time for a damn American band, right? And what better band than this one? They released chart-topping hits such as, I'm going to let you guess, the band went through 2 distinct eras with vocalist David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar. So first of all, what's the name of the band? There you go. Doctor! And how about some hits? We've got some hits. Their high-energy performances made them a staple of 1980s rock. Eddie Van Halen built his signature guitar, famously known as the Frankenstrat. Jump, yeah, that's one of them. Definitely. Van Halen was one of the first bands to demand M&Ms backstage, with all the brown ones removed. And that was the reason they did that, was to test if the promoters actually read the contracts or not. Hot for Teacher. There you go. Hot for Teacher. I like Panama. Okay. Enough of that. Number 7. Van Halen. It's one of my favorites. I like both the David Lee Roth and the Sammy Hagar years. Both. You know these guys. Though their peak began in the 70s, they continued to dominate in the 1980s. Tango in the Night, released in 1987, spawned hits like Little Lies and Everywhere. Their music combined rock, pop, and emotional storytelling. Correct, Doctor! The band's tumultuous personal relationships often inspired their lyrics. Stevie Nicks became a cultural icon in her own right. Okay, so which 2 were married? Does anybody know which two were married? Didn't they switch? Did they switch? No, they didn't switch. I don't think they switched. They were both. Everybody got divorced. I know everybody got divorced. Which ones were married to which? Fleetwood Mac's Rumors album still sells thousands of copies annually, even decades later. There you go. I guess some of them weren't even married. They were just checking out, as we used to say. Originally a progressive rock band, they embraced a more pop-oriented sound in the 1980s. Phil Collins stepped up as the lead vocalist after Peter Gabriel quit. It's like Invisible Touch and Land of Confusion. Their music videos often had a humorous or satirical edge. Correct you are, Stuart. Correct you are. Thank you, Doctor, for straightening out the relationships on Fleetwood Mac. It's very confusing. Very confusing. Their music videos had a humorous or satirical edge. Collins later became one of the best-selling solo artists of all time. Who'd have thunk? The Invisible Touch album was their first and only #1 album in the US. Yeah, you know, Genesis wasn't that big here. I mean, if you were in college, you kind of knew about it, but it wasn't that big. Phil Collins was big. Yeah, there you go. And then Peter Gabriel was big on in his own right too. So there you go. Number 5, Thinking Man's Band, Genesis. This is the non-Thinking Man's Band. This American rock band rose to fame thanks to their power ballads and soaring vocals. Their most famous hit, I'll let you guess that, became an anthem of resilience and hope. Frontman Steve Perry is often referred to as the Voice for his incredible vocal range, just like me. They dominated the charts in the 1980s with albums like Escape and Frontiers. Bum, bum, bum. Separated Ways, Worlds Apart is another signature song. Anyway, who remembers their biggest hit? Yeah. Doctor Has the Band. And what was their anthem? Rock anthem. Still played by every cover band of the 80s known to man. Anybody remember? Open Arms. That was a song. Wasn't that a song? I think that was a song. Don't Stop Believin'. Don't Stop Believin' is the one I was looking for. Don't Stop Believin' became the most downloaded track from the 20th century. Number 4. This band is actually from Athens, Georgia, just down the road from me here. Hour and a half from here. Not bad. It's often credited with popularizing alternative rock. Their breakthrough single, The One I Love, showcased their poetic and enigmatic lyrics. Michael Stipe's unique voice and cryptic lyrics define their style. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2007. Stewart, Doctor had it first, I think. Doctor and Stewart. The One I Love. It's the end of the world as we know it, right? The end of the world as we know it. REM was one of the first mainstream bands to use their platform to advocate for environmental and social causes. They still hate Trump. They still hate Trump today. There you go. Trump's not polarizing. We're down to the top 3 bands of the 1980s. This is one of my favorites. Their debut album, Appetite for Destruction, is the best-selling debut album of all time. My favorite song became their first number 1 hit and rock classic. Known for their raw, gritty sound, they brought a rebellious edge back to rock music. Correct you are, Doctor. Right? Sweet Child of Mine. Sweet Child. Frontman Axl Rose and guitarist Slash are iconic figures in rock history. Welcome to the Jungle became the definitive anthem of the late 1980s rock scene. There you go. Sweet Child of Mine. Guns N' Roses 1991 albums Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 debuted at number 1 and number 2 on the Billboard charts simultaneously. I don't know what all that means. I like Guns N' Roses though. There they are. Axl and Slash. I think we probably know the next 2. Number 2. Although they started earlier, Queen had a huge impact on the 1980s with songs. Now, why would they put the name of the band in the clip? All right. Tell me things about tell me some things about Queen that you know. Yeah, yeah. It looks like Led Zeppelin. It does look like Led Zeppelin. Who's the lead? Who's the front man? Give me some songs. Who's got some Queen songs? How about some uncommon, not like Bohemian Rhapsody? That's too common. Who knows some other Queen songs? Freddie Mercury, of course. Freddie Mercury. There he is. I think that's him on the right. I think he's straight above me. Straight up there. Yeah. And how about some songs? Wait, know some songs? How about some offbeat ones like Radio Gaga? I Want to Break Free. And one of my favorites, Another One Bites the Dust. The music video for I Want to Break Free caused controversy, but became a cult favorite. There you go. And here we go. Number one on the robots list. Known as the King of Pop, he became one of the most influential entertainers in history. Like to show him with his brothers here. His album Thriller remains the best-selling album of all time. Iconic hits include Billie Jean, Beat It, and Thriller. His groundbreaking music videos helped define the MTV era. The Moonwalk, performed during the Motown 25 special, cemented his status as a cultural icon. How many Grammys did Michael Jackson win in one night for the album Thriller? Who knows? Well, that is the Jackson 5. And of course, Michael Jackson is the real number one. He's definitely the real number one. Who knows? 8 Grammys. Hell, you had it. Doctor was close. Stuart, got it? I knew you'd like that bonus round. Turn up your alley. Anyway, what are you guys up to tonight? Anything good? Like I said, I'm still trying to find my way with this channel. I'm trying to get some more hours of view time, and I don't know. YouTube doesn't like me very much. You guys all like me. I appreciate you. But I keep trying to reinvent the channel, and I was trying with this retro rocket thing, but I like the name retro rocket, but I'm not sure it's where I'm gonna stay. I'm definitely changing the name of the show to be the Dave's After Dark. I don't know, something like that. Something like that. Dave's After Dark. Do you like that? Yeah. Well, the idea is the channel, more and more will focus on the mysterious stuff, right? Dave After Dark. Hopefully that'll get some more views. But of course, our show doesn't really change. Our show stays the same, and the show becomes Dave After Dark, and we think of it as a place, as a dive bar, a corner dive bar. Dave's. There it is. That's in the picture. Welcome to Dave's After Dark. Yeah. Dave's After Dark, a shadowy late night spot where history, mystery, and storytelling mingle. Step inside our digital dive bar Pull up a stool and get lost in tales told with smoky jazz undertones, noir visuals, and low key charm of vintage Hollywood. From unsolved crimes and lost civilizations to Hollywood secrets and unexplained phenomena. Each night brings another round of intriguing mysteries served straight, no chaser. It's dark, it's cozy, and the stories flow until dawn. Grab your favorite drink, dim the lights, and enjoy your stay. This is Dave's After Dark. How's that? Anyway, it's kind of a basis for, I think, a more popular channel. So we'll see. We'll see. I like the Retro Rocket. It was a great name. It's a great name, but I don't think I'm gonna stick with it because I'm not real into the nostalgia stuff. It's too, I don't know. It's not my thing. I like to do these shows. The shows won't change. The shows will be the same. Keep doing the shows. The atmosphere will just get a little more dive bar-y. Anyway, hopefully you like that. We'll see how it goes. But this doesn't change. We will still do this. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me always. More of a hangout. It's gonna be more of a hangout. I think the idea of it being a channel that has kind of a place, the channel name is a place, will make it a little bit even stronger community. I mean, you guys are my community at this point. But it'd be fun to have, 10 or 12 more people, you know. So that'd be fun. Dave's After Dark, the dive bar. Well, we'll mix it a little more. I think it'd be good if we did the drinking part. I guess that's hard. That's hard on YouTube. We can't really do the drinking part very easily. But hopefully it's that attitude kind of thing. And then of course, I think that general vibe for the channel's gonna be good too. So anyway, hopefully you guys like it. You guys, you guys need to tell me if you don't. Is it? If there's anything you see that you don't like, let me know. But I don't think it really changes the show much. I think we're gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna try to develop some more like quiz kind of things, maybe to mix in the middle. Maybe we do one round at the beginning and one round at the end with some sort of interactive quiz thing in the middle, maybe that we can do some chatting about. I don't know. Maybe we could watch a short or something and comment about it. We could do a reaction. Everybody reacts to a video or something sometime. Something like that. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are willing to experiment with me. That's nice. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense to you. And glad you don't disapprove. Anyway, what else? What else is going on? You guys gonna be around on Sunday? See you on Sunday. I'm going to throw up. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how interesting it is. All right. You back me. My show. Let's go. Yeah, the show this part of the show doesn't change. This is the good part, right? Anyway, I'm just struggling with the other videos, the mainstream videos and stuff getting more view hours. And I think I need to center it around this mysterious component of history and things. So the Dave's After Dark is pretty open ended, but at the same time steers that direction. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. We'll see how it goes. Again, appreciate you all very much, and I will see you next time. Good night, everybody.